Probst here. We're down here in northeast Mississippi again, and I'm going to throw another canine set in here. And this is going to be, as I said before, every set that I'm putting in is going to be for coyote, bobcat, fox, whatever comes by, that's what we're going after. This location is not your typical, typical coyote location. You know, a lot of people out there, you think you need to have a field edge or a crossover, a fence row, things of that nature. We are embedded in some pines here. It's a pine thicket, but there's a nice 2-track trail up here coming from a food plot that actually works out this little 2-track behind me out to a pond in a dike region. These are good areas in what I actually call a crossover at times, where these coyotes are going to work through this little area doing a little hunting or just cutting across to that area. So right here on the middle of this 2-track, I'm going to pound another set in. As before, we want to get this dirt hole as deep as we can get it down in there, and that serves a lot of purposes. It makes that coyote or bobcat or whatever's working your set have to really commit to get down in there. He can't come in and kind of tenderfoot his way into this set, and that's what I want. And anywhere across the country that you're putting these sets in, do your best to get that hole as deep as you can. And it's really only if you took your trowel and just turned it in a circle, that's going to be the circumference of your hole. You don't need a monster hole, but you do want it to be down in there deep. And then we're just going to dig our bed out here. That's one of the things. I just left Missouri a few weeks ago. Real rocky up there, real rocky terrain, hard to pound a set in. Down here, this nice Mississippi sandy soil, it does a lot of different things for you. It allows you to bed your trap properly, and it allows you to put your trap in the ground and not have to worry about freezing conditions, which are two of the things that cause us issues when we're out here trapping. But we got that out, and gonna put us a Duke 550 in here. I really like these double base plated, center base swiveled, night latched, and you'll hear that click. That means it's set, it's level, and ready to go. Get our stake pounded in here. And set the stake. Now we got that in there, and we want to get this trap bedded in there solid. As I've said before, the whole key to successful predator trapping, no matter where you're at across the country, besides having the actual animal there, is to bed your trap properly. And that's one of the good things with this wetter soil down here in the south, that you don't have to worry about freezing. You can really put some pressure, and don't be afraid. This trap is not going to go off as long as you don't depress that pan in the middle. You can get in there and you can get around that trap and really put some pressure to get that in there and bed it. And if you see, I can push anywhere on that. I'm putting some serious pressure on that trap, and there is no wobble, no wiggle, no nothing. And as I've said before, down here I don't worry about a pan cover as much because of the sandy soil. And we're going to just sift over that trap. Once you get your dirt sifted over, gonna level that out. And we're gonna add one more thin layer over it. And that's that. We get that leaf out of there. And now I'm just gonna bring this pine needles and stuff in, create like a little trailway, kind of have this up over here. I want him to work in from the back here, and just leave him a little place where that's where the animal dug the hole. That's pretty much set. We're just going to add a little bit of our Mountain Man bait, our 4 equal parts of ground Angus, rendered prairie dog, fresh prairie dog, and ground poultry. And that goes way down in the hole. Throw that right there. And then a little bit of our Madness lure, which carries the little bit of skunk essence smell, and you don't need much. Just going to take this evergreen, dip that in there. That's going right there on the back and down in the hole. And that set is pretty much completed. The one thing I like about this is it is a good travel way. It's not that, as I said, the perfect spot that we see in books and in our mind's eye a lot of times, but these crossovers from food plots to other food plots and just little trails through the woods, you can put these sets in and you're going to be successful. We're actually just going to kick a couple of these pine needles over it too, blend that in, put a few pine needles over that, make that animal work down in there, and that set is pretty much finished. And any canine, bobcat, fox, whatever comes through here, we're going to get a crack at them at this set right here.